Hey, Kimberly, how are you? Glad you found me. I was just doing some testing here. How are you? Oh, what kind of dog? Hey, Leslie. Yeah, this is I think, my first time to officially go live. I've done some test streams before, but this is the first time I've actually let it go live and kept it live. Oh, I love pugs. I love all animals, though. We have way too many animals. We have 4 dogs and 3 cats. Most of them rescues. In fact, all of them are rescues. Oh, I had a bunny when I was growing up, and a duck. Kimberly, I'm just using YouTube software. Was really just a test. I wasn't planning to stay live, but since some of you kind of popped in here, we'll stay live for a little while. Any particular case or anything on y'all's mind? Hey, Julie. Hey, Language. How are you? Murdo. I'm honestly not familiar with that one. I'll have to check that out. Great. I just finished the Diane Downs video, and it is currently processing, so it will be out tomorrow. My channel members and patrons have it now, but it will be out for everyone tomorrow. I'm also working on a story on the, forgive me for cursing, but the bitch of God, I can't even think of the concentration camp, but it was a request from one of my patrons. She was kind of um, she was the wife of an administrator of one of the concentration camps during World War II, and she did some very terrible experiments on the prisoners there. So I'm doing one on her. I'm still working on the Shafarian video, which is a kind of a small little cult, so to speak, that is in the Ozark Mountains. It's kind of part prepper community, part very strange collaboration between Judaism and Christianity. So I'm going to be having that coming out. I'm also working on some other things. I got some things really kind of fun things planned for Halloween, which I'm looking forward to. Have you seen the following? More of the Summer Wells souvenirs and phone calls? And I have not. I am, Leslie, I'm kind of, this is terrible, but I'm kind of doing the blinders with Summer Wells until we know what happened. All the conjecture in the world's not going to change what happened. So, I mean, one of these days, I hope that we find out what happened to that poor little girl. Um, but until they call that, I'm just keeping the blinders on because I don't want to get into a lot of theory and a lot of conjecture. There's a lot of people out there, and all well and good. This is a free country. You can talk intelligently about something great, but I see lots of people making video after video after video about that case with very little information. I'll check out the 𝗟𝗀𝗃 case. I tend to live in the past a lot, so I like to do cases that are kind of have end result rather than jumping into more current ones. I think the Daybell case and the Watts case, when it was big, were the two that I really jumped into without there actually being a decision on it yet. So I'm a little afraid to jump in there for fear that I'll give like incorrect information, but I will check that out. I promise. And my mother-in-law was actually watching Walking Dead in the back, so you may hear that. Yeah, I agree with you, Leslie. I do. The Diane Downs case brought back a lot of horrible memories for me. I remember my mom had that book and I read it. Didn't really understand it as a kid, but I did watch the Farrah Fawcett movie because I was a huge Charlie's Angels fan. So anything with Farrah Fawcett, I jumped in. I remember how bad that disturbed me as a child to watch that. So doing that case brought back a lot of bad memories. And I didn't realize Anne Rule had died like within the last 10 years, I believe. I was really upset about that. So yeah, but Anne Rule was like the prolific true crime writer. She's I think wrote over 15 books and actually interviewed a lot of the people involved in the crimes. Very prolific. Her writing is wonderful. I want to do an analysis of her Ted Bundy book, which I think would be great, and do it for the channel. I also the Shafarian video that I'm working on. It's like this kind of reminds me of Daybell's cult in a way, though without them. I don't think they'll ever kill anyone. They seem to be actually pretty nice people that just believe that you should be prepared for, the end of the world or some other natural disaster coming around. But their take on religion is really interesting. Like I said, it's a weird mix of Judaism and Christianity. Very strange. So I'm looking forward to diving into that. Also going to be working on Scientology, and also the Hare Krishnas. Going to delve into the Church of Religious Consciousness. I think that'll be real interesting. I will, Julie. I will do that. I'm going to add that to my reading list for sure. Any other cases that any of you might like to see me cover? And they can be current or past. 𝗪ጽιο𝗶𝗰? Is that someone's name? I agree, Leslie. It really does. And I did finally watch the 48 Hours interview with the Daybell children. I really feel bad for them. They obviously, Mom did a great video about why they may be standing by their father. My reasoning is it's probably a little more. I think it's probably a little bit of both. I think that maybe there's some cognitive dissonance there, which means they're just in extreme psychological denial. But I also think that probably some of the Mormon loyalty has it going on as well. Christian Hendricchio. There's the Southern accent coming out right now, and I hope y'all don't mind when I screw up someone's name. It is not intentional. I'm jotting that down right now, and I will check into it, as well as their Mordeaux case. I'm good, Angela. How are you? Yeah, Leslie, I agree. I think, for the most part, they are very staunch Mormons, LDS. I think they're good people. I think his children are good people. And I think it's just really rough for them. I don't think I could accept my dad doing something like that either, even if the bodies were buried on his property. Interesting. I'm previewing a new motif back here. I've got my fall and Halloween stuff going. I got the little gnome. Got a couple of little gnomes. My little candy corn. So y'all be seeing more of this as we get deeper into fall. My people in my family watch a lot of the crafting channels, so I get the benefit of it because I'm not a crafty person. Yeah, they definitely were raised that way, Leslie. I believe for as much as Chad has delusions of grandeur about himself, I truly do believe that he raised his children with a certain moral code. Even though he crapped all over it, I really do believe that he did raise them with those. Hey, Julie, yes, Julie, that was my mother. It was my mother-in-law. Yes, it was my wife's mother, but she's been great in helping me with some videos, and she doesn't mind like completely making a fool out of herself to help me. Kimberly, do you run a crafting channel? Fat Quarter Chop. I'll definitely check that out. I'm Googling you right now. All right, I'll check that out. Very cool. Kimberly, my grandmother was a big quilter, also a big crocheter and knitter. So I grew up with a great respect for that art form. Not a lot of people do it. My mother-in-law is more she watches a lot of the Dollar Tree crafting videos, which I find them fascinating too, because they can go pick up these little dollar, trinkets and make it into something really nice, in my opinion. I don't have that talent at all. Well, it's awesome that all you guys and girls are jumping in here. I really thought I'd just be sitting here by myself. This is awesome. Well, besides true crime, because I also do history, are there any history topics you might like to see me cover in the near future? Because usually I just do what interests me, and that may not be what interests you. I've tried to get into art forms before, and it always turns out looking like some kind of like a 3-year-old child tried to do something. So I've learned not to do it. Great. Any suggestions that any of you have for future topics, please email them to me. You can find my email address on the about section of my channel. Email me. I'm all open to suggestion. With that being said, everybody, I've got to hop off here. I was just doing this as kind of a test run, but I really appreciate you all jumping in here. This was awesome, and I'll schedule some more live streams going forward, and we'll schedule them so everybody knows when we'll be here, and we'll have a little stream party. How about that? All right, everyone. Well, have a wonderful, wonderful night, and I really, really, really appreciate everyone, all the support that I get on my channel. It's been like a dream come true because I really love doing this. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I'll schedule one and put it out there so everybody knows when it'll be, and then we won't have anybody missing out on anything. Like I said, I was just jumping in here to do some testing to see if everything worked all right. And then here you all were. It was a great surprise. Thank you so much. All right, everyone. I got to jump off. I got to be at work early in the morning, but I will see you all soon. Till next time. Out.